Om सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So today we are going to discuss in this session the essence of the fourth chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. The name of the chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So in the next 45 minutes, we will see the essence of the fourth chapter. This chapter is also famously known as Jnana Yoga. Why is it named Jnana Yoga? It is because in this chapter we find all important questions related to jnana discussed. There are 10 important topics related to self-knowledge. All those topics are discussed here. First of all, we will see what are those topics. Topic number 1, what is self-knowledge? What is self-knowledge? Topic number 2, from whom and how should we gain self-knowledge? From whom and how should we gain self-knowledge? Topic number 3, who are the ones who will gain self-knowledge? Who are the ones who are going to gain self-knowledge? Topic number 4, who are the ones who will never gain self-knowledge? Who are the ones who will never gain self-knowledge? Topic number 5, what are the benefits of this self-knowledge? What are the benefits of this self-knowledge? Topic number 6, what is the original source of this self-knowledge? What is the original source of this self-knowledge? Topic number 7, why people are generally not interested in self-knowledge? Why people are generally not interested in self-knowledge? Topic number 8, why is self-knowledge greatest among all other sadhanas? Why is self-knowledge greatest among all other spiritual sadhanas? Topic number 9, how does self-knowledge lead to peace and harmony in the society? How does self-knowledge lead to dharma samsthapana or peace and harmony in the society? Topic number 10, what is the vision of a person who has self-knowledge? What is the vision of a person who has self-knowledge? So these are the 10 topics. So you will find that almost everything regarding self-knowledge is covered. So that is why this chapter is called Jnana Yoga. So now let us come to the first topic. The first topic is, what is self-knowledge? So the most important verse of this chapter is Karmanya yaf pasye akarmani cha karmayah sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayuktah kritsna karma krit. The one who sees action in inaction and inaction in action, such a person is the wisest among men. So this is the verse. So what is self-knowledge? Self-knowledge is a clear understanding regarding what is self and what is non-self. Of course, since detailed explanations have been given in the second chapter, so therefore not much is said in this chapter. So self, one of the properties of the self is actionlessness. As far as self is concerned, its property is actionlessness. As far as the properties of body, mind, intellect, BMI is concerned, its property is actionfulness. So on one side you have actionless self, the other side you have actionful BMI. So what is self-knowledge? What is the expression of this self-knowledge? The self-knowledge expresses as actionless even amidst action. This is how self-knowledge expresses. At the body-mind level, this person is fully busy in the world, in serving the world. But as far as his experience is concerned, he is actionless. Why is he actionless? Because his identification is with the actionless self, not with the actionful BMI. So as far as a wise person is concerned, what is his vision? Inaction in action. That is his experience. And this experience itself is self-knowledge. It is not an information, it is an experience. The experience of actionlessness amidst action. Why? Because his identification is with the self, and the property of the self is actionlessness. So, this is the law. If your identification is with actionful BMI, your experience will be action, that I am performing action. This will be your experience. If your identification is with actionless self, then your experience will be I am not doing anything. In my presence, everything is happening. So, this is self knowledge. So, that is how the name of the chapter also comes, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. The renunciation of action, karma sannyasa. Renunciation of action is not by giving up action. Renunciation of action is by giving up the identification with the instruments of action. Jnanena karmanam sannyasah, jnana karma sannyasah. Many times people think karma sannyasa means giving up action. No, karma sannyasa is not giving up action. All the Mahatmas were very busy in doing all noble activities. So karma sannyasa is not giving up action. Karma sannyasa is giving up the identification with the instruments of action. That's why Bhagavan says, Gahana karmano gatihi. This, what is action, what is inaction, is very confusing and very subtle. It's very subtle because it's a very subjective thing. Others will never know whether this person is performing action or not performing. Others will never know because it's a very subjective thing. Identification is a very subjective thing. Others cannot know. Only that person who is performing action alone will know. So, this is the first topic. What is self-knowledge? So, what is the sign of a wise man? Even amidst BMI's action, he is actionless. What is a sign? What is the sign of an ignorant man? Even amidst inaction, he is performing action. Even amidst inaction means what? He might be sitting quietly, doing nothing, physically not moving, trying his level best to keep the mind silent. But Bhagavan says even that effort to remain motionless is also an action only, because there is an effort. And his identification is with the BMI, which is putting forth effort. So, the essence of this discussion is wise people, even when they are busy in the outer world, is not doing anything. The ignorant ones, even when they are doing not anything, that is also some kind of doing only. There is action involved. So, this answers the first topic, what is self knowledge. The second topic, from whom and how should we gain self knowledge? So, that famous verse comes Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Tadvidhi, gain that knowledge. From whom? Jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Those people who are wise, those who those who have studied the scriptures, Shrotriya and Brahmanishta. These are the two terms used. Shrotriya, those who have mastered the scriptures. Brahmanishta, those who are established in Brahman, established in self. Such people, you approach them. How should we approach? Pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Approach them, fall at their feet, be humble, serve them, and then ask relevant questions. So this answers the second question. How should we gain knowledge? From whom should we gain the knowledge of the self? Gain the knowledge of the self from those people who have the knowledge of the self, who are established in self. From such people, we should gain the knowledge. Now comes the third question. What is the third question? Who are the ones who will gain this self knowledge? Just because a teacher has taught you doesn't mean that you will gain knowledge. There should be some qualification in you which will ensure that you will gain this knowledge. What is that? Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tat parah samyata indriyah. So who gains knowledge? Number one, Shraddhavan. So whatever the teacher says, may you have faith in it. It is not something to be scientifically proven. In the beginning, you must have faith in the scriptures, in the teachers. With faith, you move on. As a famous saying goes, faith is a belief in what you do not see, and the reward is you start seeing what you believed in. So, in the beginning, you are not seeing anything, but just because of the faith in Guru and in Shastra, you are proceeding. And as you start walking the path of spirituality, you start gaining experience. You start seeing what you believed in. In the beginning, it was only a belief. Later on, it becomes your own experience. So, in the beginning, you have to start with Shraddha. You have to start with faith. Shraddhavan. Mere Shraddha alone will not do. You have to work for it. So, what is that which you have to do? Tat paraha. You have to strive to gain it. So, whatever effort you have to put, whatever the scriptures say, whatever the kind of effort, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, etc., living a noble life, cultivating all noble virtues, humility, compassion, forgiveness, etc., all those noble virtues have to be cultivated. Mind has to be purified. All this effort you have to put, keeping that goal in mind. And at the same time, samyata indriya, controlling all the sense organs, preventing the dissipation of energy from other sense indulgences. So, number one, conserve your energy. Number two, direct that energy towards the chosen goal. And number three, apply that energy. This is the law you have to follow everywhere, not only in the path of spirituality. Conserve, direct, apply. Hmm. So, anyone who does this, such a person will definitely gain this knowledge, no doubt. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. So, Shraddha, faith in the goal which is pointed out by Guru. Sanyata indriya, conserving the energy. Tat paraha, applying the energy towards the chosen goal. 3 point technique. Then definitely you will gain self knowledge. So, point number three is also answered. Now, question number four. Who are the ones who will not gain self knowledge? Atnyascha, ashraddadhanascha, samshayatma vinashyati. These three people will never gain knowledge. Number one, Atnyaha, who has never been exposed to this self knowledge. So this is also very important. Many times people think that, just because after death the person is lying down and you chant wonderful mantras and then burn the body in sandalwood, all the pujaris, they come and chant wonderful mantra and that person attains moksha. Nothing is going to happen. Ajna, he will remain Ajna only. Unless there is a conscious effort in gaining knowledge, there is no knowledge going to come. It's true whether it is spiritual knowledge or material knowledge. You have to put forth effort. So who will not gain self-knowledge? Who has never been exposed to self-knowledge will never gain it. Ajna. Second category of people, ashraddha dhana. Who are those? They have they are exposed to this knowledge, but they don't have faith in it. They say, everything is a bluff. So they sit in satsang, after some time they get up and go away. So those people who don't have faith in this knowledge, they are also not going to gain. Now there's a third category of people. Who are they? They are pendulum. In the satsang, they listen and they feel, yes, what Swamiji is telling right. But the moment they go out of the hall, suddenly they doubt. I don't think that is true enough. So they are called as samshayatma, doubting Thomas. So when they listen to scriptures, it appears to them that yes, this is true. But after some time, they start doubting. So they are neither here nor there. So Bhagavan says, Nayam lokosti na paraha, na sukham samshayatmana. Neither this world nor that world. Because when the fellow is doing yoga, he is thinking of bhoga. And when he is doing bhoga, he is thinking of yoga. So he is neither here nor there. The condition of that person is the most miserable. So, who are the people who will not get it? Ajnaha, ashraddha and samshayatma. Now, question number 5. What are the benefits of this self-knowledge? So, there are so many verses. I have just chosen 2. Api chedasi papebhyah sarvebhyah papakrittamah sarvam jnanaplavenaiva vrajinam santarishyasi. Even if that person is the greatest sinner, he has committed an ocean of sin. But with this boat of self knowledge, he can easily cross over that ocean of sin. So, this is the greatest benefit of self knowledge. How much ever sinner you may be a rank sinner, doesn't matter. This knowledge has the ability to totally transform you from the sinner state to a saintly state, a Jivan Mukta state. That is the power of this knowledge. Then, yathedhamsi samigdhognihi bhasmasat kurute Arjuna jnanagni sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Just like that blazing fire burns the entire heap of wood to ashes, in the same way, this fire of knowledge has the ability to burn all our karma, sanchita karma, into ash. Countless billion lives we have done so many karmas. So it is all piled up, ready to give results. But this jnana karma, this fire of knowledge, it burns everything into ashes. So what does this knowledge do? This knowledge actually burns that very sinner in us, the ego in us. All our sanchita karma is hanging on to this ego. So this knowledge burns that very ego. Nahitnyanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. There is no other sadhana which is greater than knowledge, because it is the greatest purifier. All the other sadhanas, they only purify the sin, they only efface the sin, destroy the sin, whereas this knowledge destroys the very sinner itself, the ego in us itself. Ego is a sinner. Once the ego is destroyed, all the other things are also destroyed. All the karmas are destroyed. So therefore, these are the benefits of self-knowledge. Then, what is that original source from this self-knowledge has come? So that first verse itself, Ivam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam vivaswan manave praha manurikshakave praveet. Bhagavan says this knowledge has come from me alone. It has not come from some ordinary human being. No, the original source is me. from Bhagwan. So that's why we say Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyava. So Bhagwan is the source of this knowledge, and he himself is the one who ensures that this knowledge is there in the society throughout. So this answers question number 6. Question number 7. Why is it that people are generally not interested in self-knowledge? So Bhagavan answers, Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Because people are not seeing that relationship between our problem and self-knowledge. See, we all have problems in life, but we are not able to connect our problems with self-knowledge. So they will ask, how can this self-knowledge solve my problem? I have a lot of problems, family problem, financial problem, professional problems. How can self-knowledge help? They are not able to see the relationship. What is the relationship they are seeing? Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Yes, karma can solve problem. I have a problem. So if, I have certain desires, if I can fulfill those desires, then yes, my problems are solved. For example, I have financial problem. So what is the solution? Solution is lot of money. So therefore, what is the solution to get lot of money? Work hard. That is called as karmaja. Karma is a solution to all my problem, not self-knowledge. Work hard, earn money, and come out of financial problem. So therefore, common man is able to understand the value of karma. A common man is not able to understand the value of self-knowledge. So therefore, you will find that in society, value of self-knowledge is not there. People are not, any class you conduct, very few people attend. This is a common problem everywhere. Everybody will say, Swamiji, for other functions, so many people come, but for our classes, nobody comes. This is how it is. Bhagavan himself has said, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschidyatati siddhi yatataamapi siddhanam kaschinmamveti tattvataha. This is how Arjuna it is. Even to appreciate the value of self-knowledge, only the mature ones, the evolved ones, the purified ones, only they are able to do it. And therefore only they strive for self-knowledge. Even to clearly understand that self-knowledge is a solution to all my problems. Because self-ignorance is the root of all problems. Even to understand this, appreciate this, very many births are. So it's not easy. So it is absolutely natural that people are not valuing self-knowledge. So this answers that question. Now, question number 8. Why is self-knowledge the greatest of all sadhanas? So there is a big list of sadhanas mentioned. You'll find in 12 chapters, I think fourth chapter in some 12 sadhanas are mentioned. And at the end of it, Bhagavan makes one statement. Sarvam karmakhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. All these are karmas only. Karmajan vidhitan sarvan. All the sadhana, whether it is pranayama sadhana or ahara, what you call, controlling food sadhana, controlling your sense organs and this and that, so many, even the rituals, all those things come. They're all karmajan. So all those sadhanas are meant to purify the mind. Why is purification of mind necessary? Purification of mind is necessary in order to gain self-knowledge. So all the sadhanas have their place. We are not criticizing it. Every sadhana that we do, it has its own place. Self-knowledge cannot replace it. For example, if you are doing yoga sadhana, yoga, pranayama, etc., self-knowledge will not give you the benefits of yoga and pranayama. Yoga and pranayama alone can give that benefits. If you want a healthy life, healthy physical body, you can't get it from self-knowledge. So let us understand what is meant for what. If you want a good physical health, definitely you must do yoga and pranayama. But with that health, yes, you can strive for self-knowledge. So therefore, every sadhana has its place. Let us understand this. We are not criticizing any sadhana. We are not considering any sadhana as inferior or superior. So all the sadhana has its place, whether it is parayana, whether it is puja, whether it is japa, all those sadhanas have its place. But we must say that all the sadhanas are only for jnana sadhana, because that is the final one. The problem is caused because of ignorance of the self. So the solution is the knowledge of self alone. But to gain the knowledge of the self, a pure mind is necessary. Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata is necessary. The mind should be pure and the mind should have the ability to concentrate. A pure mind and a concentrated mind. Only with such a pure, concentrated mind, we can strive for self knowledge. All the other sadhanas have the ability to purify the mind. So, therefore, it has its place. But since self knowledge is the one which is going to liberate us, so then we have to say that self knowledge is the highest because everything else is for self knowledge. Sarvam karma kilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Now, here one more aspect we have to discuss. How all the other sadhanas are giving only limited result, whereas jnana sadhana gives you infinite result. Hmm. This question may come because jnana sadhana also, as far as the effort is concerned, it is limited only. Because jnana sadhana is also done with the body, with the mind, with the intellect, etc. Effort is limited. How come we are getting infinite result with limited effort? With limited effort, you must get only limited result. So then we say it is because the nature of the thing is infinite. It is not because effort is infinite, you are getting infinite result. It is because the thing which you are striving for, that self, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that nature of the thing itself is infinite. So therefore, your effort must be finite, your effort may be finite, but the result is infinite because the nature of the thing itself is infinite. It is something like walking towards an ocean. Your walking is a finite effort, but what do you get? You get an ocean. The ocean is infinite. Finite action giving infinite results, isn't it? So that is the glory of jnana. It gives you infinite result. So we say it is not, you know, Purusha Tantra, it is Vastu Tantra. The result is decided by the nature of the thing. The result is not decided by the effort of the individual. In all the other sadhana, it is the effort of the individual which is giving results. For example, if I exercise my body, as much as I have exercised, that much muscles will come in the gym. Hmm. So, result is directly proportional to effort. Whereas in jnana sadhana, result and effort, they don't have any relationship. Result is infinite, not because effort is infinite. Result is infinite because that nature of the thing itself is infinite. So this is the glory of self-knowledge. Hmm. It gives you infinite result, infinity as result. So this answers question number 8. Question number 9. Question number 9 is how is self-knowledge leading to peace and harmony in the world? Now, this is also another question which people ask. If you want peace and harmony, how can this knowledge help you? Knowing oneself, how can this help in bringing peace and harmony? So, we should understand the relationship. What is a relationship? In self knowledge, I come to know that I am consciousness and not this body. Hmm. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness. So, this is self knowledge. So, when I see myself as pure consciousness and not the body, what do I see in others? So, the law is I see in others exactly that which I see in myself. If I consider myself as the body, then I will consider others also as a body only. And at the body level, we are all different. At the mind level, we are all different. We cannot be same. But a person who has known himself as pure consciousness, what will he see in others? He will see the very same pure consciousness functioning as life in them. So now, the moment I come to know who I am, that very same thing I see in others also. So just like I am consciousness functioning in this body, that other person is also consciousness functioning in that body. So bodies may be different, but that essence in all of us, it is the same. So self-knowledge brings in the vision of oneness. Just like the wave. Wave number one, wave number two. Two waves in the ocean. Externally, both are different. One is small, the other is big. So there is jealousy, there is competition, there is comparison, there is misery, there is hatred, there is revenge. But the moment this wave is given self knowledge, who are you? This wave comes to know who am I? He does this inquiry and find that, oh, I am not the wave, I am water. Once this wave comes to know that I am water, what will he see in another wave? Water alone. So then he comes, oh, we are one. Though externally that shape and size, everything is different, but essentially we are one. The moment there is vision of oneness, what comes? All the virtues of life becomes automatic and natural. So self-knowledge brings in the vision of oneness, and vision of oneness brings in all values of life. So there is forgiveness, there is compassion, there is understanding, there is freedom from all kinds of competition, comparison, superiority, inferior complex, nothing. Because this is the law. Wherever I see myself, I love that entity. A mother loves the child because the mother is not considering herself different from the child. That child is me only. From that comes all the sacrifice of that mother, all that love of that mother, all the divine virtues which we see in a mother. It is only because of that vision of oneness. Hmm? This child is not a different entity, it is me only. So wherever there is vision of oneness, there people will practice all noble virtues. And wherever people practice all noble virtues, there has to be peace and harmony, law and order. You don't need any law, isn't it? So just imagine when everybody is virtuous. So what happens in the society? Dharma samsthapanartha. So dharma samsthapana happens, peace and harmony happens. So therefore, if I have to bring peace and harmony in the society, what should I focus upon? Right understanding. Give right understanding and there is peace and harmony. Today you find that there are so many wars, and interestingly, all these wars, many of them are in the name of religion only. My prophet is superior, my religion is superior. It will create only problem. All the other religions are wrong, my religion is alone, then it will have problem. So you will always find that wherever there is wrong understanding, there is disharmony, there is violence, and wherever there is right understanding, there is peace and harmony. So what should be given the most importance? Right understanding, right knowledge. So that is why you will find that avatar is taken in order to revive this knowledge. Now see the importance of this knowledge. Bhagavan says, Sambhavami yuge yuge, I again and again come because this knowledge is important. Otherwise, the world cannot sustain. And what does he do after taking avatar? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. I protect the sadhus, the good-hearted ones, the people who are walking the path of spiritual knowledge, self-knowledge. I protect them. I increase their number in the society. Because wherever such good-hearted ones, such spiritual people, genuinely spiritual people, they are in good number, their dharma samsthapana automatically happens. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. I destroy the wicked ones. And who are the wicked ones? They are the ones who have the wrong understanding about life. That's all. So how to destroy a wicked person? Not by killing them. Just give them right knowledge. Expose them to right knowledge. That's all what is needed. So then we have destroyed the wickedness in that person, the wrong thinking in that person. See, everything comes from understanding. From understanding comes our desires. From understanding comes our what you call line of thinking. From understanding comes our words. From understanding comes our actions. So therefore, if understanding is wrong, our desires will be wrong, our actions will be wrong, our speech will be wrong, everything will be wrong. But if the understanding is right, so then everything else falls in place. So that is why self-knowledge is the most important thing. And that is why Bhagavan himself takes avatar in order to propagate this in different forms. Veda Vyasa Rishi is an avatar. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is an avatar. It's necessary. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So this answers verse number 9. Hmm. I mean, not verse number 9, question number 9. So, ninth question is answered. Now, the 10th question. What is the vision of this person who is having self knowledge? The vision is he sees that self alone everywhere. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. So, such a person is called Brahma karma samadhi. Samadhi means absorption of the mind. Where is this person's mind absorbed? In Brahman. When? While performing all action. Now don't think that absorption, samadhi, etc. happen only when you are sitting for meditation. This is another wrong notion about people. Even when you are living in this world, performing all your duties and responsibilities, your mind is absorbed in Brahman. It's not necessary that you have to sit with closed eyes in Padmasana, only then your mind can be absorbed in Brahman. No, 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 no. Because it's an understanding. Just like you are seeing gold, even when you are handling gold ornaments. Just like you are handling, that you are handling clay, even while you are handling all those pots and pans. In the same way, even when you are handling the world, even when you are handling your body, mind, intellect, this understanding is always there that everything is Brahman, everything is a self alone. The whole world is projected upon the self. The world by itself has no existence. It is a self alone which exists. Everything else is a projection. So existence is given by the self alone. This is called as Brahma Karma Samadhi. Hmm. So the word says Brahmarpanam. So a sacred act of performing Homa Havana Yajna, that is taken. That sacred sacrificial act. So in that act, there is a Homa Kunda, there is a fire, and then you are offering Havis into this Homa Kunda. You are offering the sacrificial material into that fire which is burning in that, sacrificial altar. So what is said here? Brahma Arpanam. So you are putting ghee, clarified butter with that long stick, you know. So that long stick is called Arpanam, ladle. So Brahma Arpanam. So that ladle is Brahman. Brahmarpanam. Brahma Havihi. Whatever I am offering into that fire, that is also Brahman. Rice balls, etc. Ghee, rice ball. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Havihi. Brahma Agnau. That fire which is, in that sacrificial altar, that is also Brahman. So such a person who sees Brahman everywhere, Brahmana Hutam, the one who is offering is also Brahman. So such a person who sees only God everywhere, in everyone, what will happen? What is his fate? Brahmaiva tena gantavyam. Such a person attains Brahman alone. So while living, if your mind is absorbed in God, after death also you will be absorbed in God alone. You will attain God alone. So that is a law. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaf prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshaya. At the time of death, a person who thinks of me attains me. There is no doubt. Because this is a law. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram tam tamaivaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. At the time of death, whatever a person thinks, in that direction that person goes. That is what is going to determine his future birth. So at the time of death, if a person can think of me, definitely he will attain me. So here is a person who is thinking of God alone. His mind is absorbed in God alone, in everything, in everyone, in everything, being and situation. His mind is saturated with God thought. Such a person, what will happen to him? While living also, he has God vision. After death also, he becomes one with God. So this is a vision of a person who has gained self-knowledge. So this way, our 10th question is also answered and our time is also up.
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।